So hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level and give him the fights that he wants.
Finally, Shakur Stevenson and Oscar De La Hoya have reached an agreement as the world champion has now become a Golden Boy Promotions signee.
Can he fight the best? I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level.
On hearing this, Floyd Mayweather was the first person to fire shots at him after he had snubbed Mayweather's request to join Mayweather Promotions.
Shakur is on a lot of money. I think he's pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. I think Top Rank have given up on him.
The three-weight world champion and pound-for-pound talent, Stevenson completed his Top Rank deal after his last fight, a unanimous decision win over Artem Harutyunyan in New Jersey on July 6th.
And give him the fights that he wants, and make the fights happen that he wants.
And now he's snubbed other promoters like Eddie Hearn, Floyd Mayweather, and Bob Arum, as he now joins Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. Before and after his last fight, Shakur Stevenson refused a new contract from Top Rank to continue in the team. However, he snubbed the offer, making an effort to test other waters and get bigger fights, his major challenge while he was with Top Rank.
I mean, that would be just putting pressure on myself. Like I said, I'm keeping the pressure off myself. I'm coming in there.
Shakur Stevenson had called for fights against top-ranked cohorts Vasily Lomachenko and George Kambosos Jr. before they eventually fought each other, and Lomachenko stopped Kambosos for the vacant 135-pound International Boxing Federation crown.
My main focus is going there, have fun, have a good time, put on the type of show that I want to put on there.
Discussions with Stevenson's no. One challenger, William Zepeda, never crossed the finish line either. Shakur Stevenson said Artem Harutyunyan, a 33-year-old Armenian based in Germany who's fought only once in the U.S., was the only opponent who was presented to him.
Show the art of boxing. I think that's my main focus. Show the art of boxing. Hit, don't get hit.
Many believe Stevenson gets snubbed most of the time due to his fighting style, but that shouldn't be enough reason not to get a big fight. Though Stevenson cruised to yet another comfortable unanimous decision against Artem Harutyunyan to retain his lightweight World Boxing Council title, however, it was a little underwhelming. Stevenson's performance was met with some boos from the crowd at the final bell, something the 27-year-old is becoming accustomed to. However, he defended his showing by saying, "It's kind of hard to prove it if you don't get a fighter trying to fight back." There is no doubting the skill and talent of the three-weight world champion, but whether he offers the financial reward for fighters to take the risk in facing him remains to be seen.
Nice. Artem. As these early rounds develop. World on social media and hear the reactions to the shock.
Immediately after his fight, Stevenson made it clear that he was open to entertaining all offers, but had hinted that the frontrunner could be Eddie Hearn's Matchroom. Both Hearn and De La Hoya's companies broadcast on DAZN. While fighters haven't taken this risk, Oscar De La Hoya has taken the risk, and he's hopeful it pays off.
Nice. Artem. As these early rounds develop. World on social media and hear the reactions to the shock.
He landed the more effective punches. You see
He confirmed this on his X page, had a great meeting with Shakur Stevenson's representatives. William Zepeda will only fight him if Shakur is signed to Golden Boy. Now, Floyd Mayweather has fired shots back at Shakur Stevenson for snubbing his invite to Mayweather Promotions. He said in an interview, "I always try to do the best for you, but you end up making your decisions yourself. In the end, you decide your fate." Mayweather didn't fire very direct shots at Stevenson, possibly because he isn't ready to destroy the relationship between them.
Very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody.
He has already seen his relationship with Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis get damaged and wouldn't want to see any other relationship get damaged. The whole thing began after Shakur Stevenson's interview with Cigar Talk. That promoter Oscar De La Hoya and his fighter were avoiding him.
Top Ranking them whole purpose was to try to put me down.
But why do you think they would do that though?
I didn't re-sign with them.
Where is William Zepeda? Where is he? We're gonna keep hyping him up because he's fighting these guys. He's stopping in 3-4 rounds because he's throwing volume. These dudes ain't in the shape that I am in. Come on, bro. If Tank is gonna go fight Lomachenko, why can't I go fight harder? Maybe the harder fight, we don't know. Maybe the harder just because of William Zepeda's volume and how many punches he throws. Where is he at though?
They sent me, you ain't signed an extension.
Yeah, they sent me a deal, re-signed with them.
Yeah.
I turned it down because I felt as though my value is more than that.
He then continued, I think they're banking on another fight where they can win a belt. Berinchik, they don't want this belt. De La Hoya then spoke out on the matter, saying the fight can happen next under one condition. The new promotional free agent signs with him. In his comments, Stevenson stated that he turned down a $15 million deal with Top Rank for 5 fights.
Shakur, give me a call. Would love to make a fight with you. He made a statement. That's the bottom line. And I think when you're in that position...
He indicated his desire to explore his free agency. Almost immediately, De La Hoya extended an invitation. Following his fighter William Zepeda's win over Giovanni Cabrera, the Mexican took his record to 31 wins in 31 fights with 27 knockouts.
When you're the #1 contender in every organization, you have to make a statement like that. And that's exactly what he did. He was relentless. He took a few shots because he's very awkward.
That was Zepeda's 4th stoppage win in a row. Oscar has been keen on getting his fighter a title shot, with Shakur potentially in the running. He made a statement. That's the bottom line. When you're in that position, when you're the #1 contender in every organization, you have to make a statement like that, and that's exactly what he did. Cabrera is very awkward, as we saw with Isaac Pitbull Cruz where he took him the distance. I think this win for Zepeda was excellent, and now we go for the world title. Shakur, give me a call. I would love to make a call with you. He made a statement. When you're the #1 contender in every organization, you have to make a statement like that, and that's exactly what he did, De La Hoya said.
As we saw with Pitbull, where he took him the distance. So I think this win for Zepeda was excellent, and now we go for the world title.
The problem Shakur faced was that he may not get a better deal elsewhere after he turned down $3 million a fight from Top Rank. Hence, promoters now know what Top Rank is willing to pay him. Unless Stevenson can secure a deal with the Saudis, it is difficult to see where else he gets a big payday unless he changes his style. In fights with Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, both big draws, Stevenson would be the B-side. Oscar De La Hoya then made his move by first warning him against joining Floyd Mayweather's promotional team. In an interview, Oscar De La Hoya was asked about the situation with Shakur Stevenson.
Putting YouTubers down, you profited from them. I can't with you, dude. You're dumbass.
He said, "This is the best place for him to be. No one else can help him like we would. I know some people want him, but their fighters haven't been getting fights. That was what I heard. And you know, he isn't done with the federal agents. He's still running around from the Dubai case." This was made after Floyd Mayweather had made his invitation to Shakur Stevenson public and had expressed his willingness to take Shakur Stevenson to the next level. Floyd Mayweather was asked about the top 5 fighters in the lightweight division, and he responded, "As of right now, well, the 2 guys, the biggest puncher I feel at 135 will probably be Gervonta Davis, but the most skillful fighter will be hands down Shakur Stevenson."
Can he fight the best? I believe his contract is coming to an end.
Talking about Shakur Stevenson, Floyd Mayweather compared his skillfulness to Pernell Whitaker, who wasn't the heaviest puncher, but had the skill set to take on the best and get the better of them. I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to the levels that he needs and make the fights happen that he wants. He then referenced the famous video that began the speculation about Floyd's Dubai case, in which Gervonta Davis accused him of sending an attack. He denied Gervonta Davis's claims and explained his intentions, saying,
I need all fighters. I said, I need all the young fighters that's making money in the sport of boxing. What I need you guys to do is do this.
A lot of times they like to compare certain fighters, and then I say certain things, and they say, oh, he's hating. There's no difference from when I talked about the thing with Gervonta. For instance, when I said that I need all the young fighters making money in the sport of boxing, and what I need you guys to do is do this. Whether it's Chromat, Louis, Mercedes, Gucci, we need to take our money and invest in real estate so that we can live the same great life when our careers are over. So, I guess he took that as he's the only one that wears Chromat. He's the only one that wears Louis Vuitton. He's the only one that wears Mercedes.
Brother, it's Chrome Heart, Gucci, Louis, Mercedes.
Last time I checked, we've got fighters all over the world that wear top-flight clothes that make good money. Even the fighters that don't make good money find a way to fly jets and fly whips. Following these words from Mayweather, Shakur Stevenson seemed like he was heading to Mayweather's gym in Vegas after defeating Artem Harutyunyan. Stevenson entered the night looking to continue his win streak in the lightweight class. Harutyunyan came out of the gate with more energy, darting around erratically to throw off Stevenson's game plan. His plan worked on defense, but he struggled to land punches on Stevenson, who displayed a masterclass in avoiding punches. As the bout wore on, Stevenson found his rhythm and wore Harutyunyan down. By the end of round 6, ESPN statistics showed Stevenson landed 74 of 163 punches, 45%.
Landed the more effective punches. You see Conceição
against Shakur Foster, who had defensive mastery boxing.
And Tess, you've seen a similar.
End of one.
That was miles better than Harutyunyan 31 of 195, 16%. Stevenson won the fight with judges scoring the bout 119, 109, 118, 110, 116, 112 in his favor. That wasn't a sure thing though. The co-main event between World Boxing Council World Super Featherweight Champion Shakur Foster and Robson Conceição saw a huge surprise from fans and announcers. Foster was in control throughout the match, but Conceição won by split decision 116, 112, 112, 116, 115, 113. Despite Harutyunyan's aggression in the later rounds, there would be no surprise result. Stevenson ended Saturday's bout as he entered it, World Boxing Council lightweight champion. Stevenson retained his World Boxing Council lightweight title via unanimous decision 119, 109, 118, 110, 116, 112.
Like he's taking his time, having a hard time finding. He did.
Trying to get that lead foot to the outside.
That same night, World Boxing News spoke to Golden Boy Promotions boss Oscar De La Hoya, who enthusiastically told news sources that Stevenson should contact him. Shakur, he said, give me a call. Responding on X, the social media site formerly known as Twitter, after their video conference, Stevenson said, Oscar just put himself in the mix too. Gone be an interesting few weeks. Big fights by any means necessary. But Golden Boy, who can offer Stevenson a big fight with their lightweight star William Zepeda, faces stiff competition for Stevenson's signature. Kermel Moton is arguably already the face of Mayweather Promotions, despite only being 18, and he told us from the Mayweather Boxing Club this week that Stevenson would be a welcome addition to Floyd's roster.
He will fight Shakur. I will make that fight next if Shakur calls me. I will make that fight tomorrow.
I've heard the rumors of Stevenson joining Mayweather Promotions, Moton said. With Floyd's promotion skills, Shakur could definitely help us. He'd be another good guy to have on the stable. Then there is Premier Boxing Champions, who could offer a 3-fight deal at minimum, which would likely see Stevenson fight Isaac Cruz and Frank Martin before a collision course with Gervonta Tank Davis. Matchroom has been on a recruiting spree in the U.S. market of late, acquiring elite assets in Jaron Boots Ennis, Jalil Hackett, and this week signing Eduardo Hernandez. Ennis and Hackett make their Matchroom debut Saturday in separate fights against David Avanesian and Pete Dobson at Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. One celebrity in attendance was Stevenson, who held court with Eddie Hearn and other top brass at Matchroom over becoming the next big U.S. signing at the company.
I will make that fight next if Shakur calls me. I will make that fight tomorrow.
Hearn, according to Stevenson, is one of the best promoters in the game. The Matchroom chairman laid out a 3-fight plan for Stevenson when speaking to Fight Hub TV. It included Zepeda, a move to 140 pounds to box Liam Paro, before a co-promotion with PBC for a Stevenson versus Tank Davis super fight. Hearn was asked about the possibility of signing Shakur and said, listen, he's going to talk to everyone like he should. We're going to meet with Shakur and his team next week. We're going to have a sensible conversation. It's got to work for everybody. He's in a great position. He's probably one of the most talked about fighters in the world.
But he does put a dent in it because he punches really hard and Tank's not just a puncher.
Hearn continued, I think he's going to enjoy the process. I know he's coming to the meeting on Monday, and I know he's going to enjoy learning about the business a little bit as well and understanding the right moves to make. He added, "The key for him is to be able to make the big fights. I think that's the most important thing." Shakur was then asked why he would like to sign with Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. "I feel like Eddie Hearn is one of the best promoters in the game. I love the way that he does his job. I would definitely love to be a part of the stable, but I definitely am going to talk to everybody else and see what's the best available option, but for sure I think he's one of the best in the game." When asked if there was a 3-fight deal he could make with Eddie Hearn, who would he like to face?
See, the thing is with Tank, who I think is a brilliant fighter, right? So exciting, very heavy-handed. He loses a lot of rounds.
I like Zepeda. If we can't get Zepeda, I think Kambosos has been talking a lot on Twitter. I would love to set up a fight in Australia and make him 0-4 down there. Him, Tank, Lomachenko, whoever we can get in the ring, that's the biggest and best fighters. Hearn added, "He's a great fighter. I'm a great promoter. I believe we are a match made in heaven."
Right? He lost rounds against Frank Martin. He lost rounds against Ryan Garcia.
Stevenson added, "With the energy that he got, I'm definitely going to be able to give my best performances and be able to show out. I love the energy at Matchroom." Promotion-wise, Eddie Hearn is a better promoter than Top Rank, Stevenson recently said on Cigar Talk, indicating a possible preference out of all the available options. "He promotes the fighters. I respect what he does," he finished, "because he does his job." Talking about the situation of his contract with Top Rank before he left, Shakur Stevenson spoke badly about his former promoter, Bob Arum. "He's finished his contract with us. He lived up completely to the contract," Top Rank founder Bob Arum told reporter Steve Kim last week.
He lost rounds against Pitbull Cruz, and these are all guys that aren't on the same level as Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson.
Now, he's testing the market in free agency, but that doesn't mean down the line he's not going to come back and fight for Top Rank. As far as I'm concerned, there's absolutely no animosity towards him. He's a great fighter. As the 27-year-old Southpaw Stevenson enters the free agency phase of his career, he is looking to change his career's stance by landing defining fights to cement his status to what he believes is the best boxer in the world. Whether or not his star will shine under the Top Rank lights remains to be seen. Bob Arum is basically trying to say Top Rank or nothing, and basically trying to say that I don't have any other options but Top Rank. Like, go see the market and come back to us, Stevenson told Boxing Scene, adding that Arum is talking hot shit.
That's what I want to do come Saturday night.
You want to see comparisons between yourself and Boy and Mayweather and another guy who came out of the big side of Top Rank?
I think Bob should just shut up because he's not really running his own company. Stevenson said he won't rule out a return to Top Rank, even though the company has started negotiations for a fight between Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis, yet another opponent Stevenson desires.
And then, in order to get the best fights or the best opportunities for himself, had to leave. Do you see any similarities between yourself and Floyd there?
Top Rank can also present Stevenson with fights against recently crowned WBO lightweight champion Denis Berinchik, ascending undefeated lightweight contender Raymond Muratalla, and Teofimo Lopez Jr. at 140 pounds, among others. "I don't know. I don't count anything out. It's business at the end of the day," said Stevenson.
I see a lot of similarities between me and Floyd, but like I said, this situation, I ain't really even trying to keep talking about it. It is what it is.
The same way Top Rank looks at it is the same way I look at it. If the business makes sense, then yeah. If the business doesn't make sense, then there is no point. I know my worth and understand it. I am not a kid anymore at 19 years old coming out of the Olympics. I am more so a grown man now that in years to come is going to end up as one of the most legendary and best fighters to ever do it. And that's my worth.
But Saturday night, tune in. I'm going to put on a major show. That's the focus right now.
Talking about Saturday night and your opponent, Artem, he only has one loss to Frank Martin. Did you watch that fight? Did you take anything away from that fight?
After winning titles at 126 and 130 pounds and beating the likes of Oscar Valdez, Jamel Herring, and Robson Conceição, Stevenson is unhappy with how his lightweight run has been handled. Stevenson officially entered the lightweight division in April 2023 and scored a stoppage win against Shuichiro Yoshino before beating De Los Santos.
Yeah, I watched it and I took a lot away from it, but I wouldn't tell y'all, so y'all gotta see Saturday night. Why would I give them our game plan?
Yeah, I was pleased up to how I started getting bigger, like as far as notoriety. In that process, we were doing good, said Stevenson.
Shakur, you made it known that the fight that you're looking for and the fight that you want is Tank.
Once I got to 135 pounds, everything kind of slowed down. I feel as though Top Rank could have given me the Kambosos fight like they gave Lomachenko, but they didn't do that. I felt that we could have put a little bit more pressure on Lomachenko to make the fight happen, but they didn't do that. When I got to 135, my notoriety got bigger, and then things changed.
You believe in yourself, you believe in your skills to be able to take him out. If you can't get Tank next, who would you like to face next? Being that most of these guys don't even want to face you.
I think that's the real issue. We got to get somebody signed a dotted line, but...
And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.